Okay, what's up guys? It is Anorexic Panda here. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to rank up while taking a little bit of fights, but moreover, just playing smart. Now, this is going to be difficult. So the first step is finding a drop spot. Now, by finding a drop spot, I mean finding a drop spot that you're comfortable with. You don't want to use the wrong, or like land at the wrong spot. The reason why you don't want to switch up your spots as well this season, or really any season, is because you're gonna get into the groove of kind of like landing at the spot and knowing where everything is. And now I have zero earnings and I only have about 30 PR across builds and zero builds. But I did hit Unreal, which I know doesn't measure too much. However, I have consistently been able to place decently in tourneys, like top 2,000, top 3,000. And yeah, I know my way around stuff. So yeah, tomorrow we got a reload tourney, which I will be making a video on. I'm actually very excited about that. But today we're gonna be hopping into top 100,000 plus Unreal lobbies. Just going in. Now, you'll notice how my name has not changed yet. It's still MonkD10 on YouTube. I've changed the Twitch, and I've also changed this YouTube to be Anorexic um, Panda. Now, for those of you who don't kind of get the Anorexic Panda, I just thought this skin looked very anorexic, which means very skinny. I thought the skin looked freakishly skinny, and I thought it was a great name. Um, Now, what's my goal with this channel? First of all, I just want to talk about goals with this channel while we get into this match. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if y'all want to help make that a possibility, um, please do. And go stop by my Twitch. It's also Anorexic Panda. I'll always be wearing this panda skin, at least when I'm live. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. But if you stop by my Twitch, soon we'll be getting a donation thing. If you want to donate, I am trying to save up for a PC. I need about $1,200 is what I'm trying to save up for. So if y'all want to help that goal. Now, starting with my drop spot. My drop spot is going to be right here. Now, I'm just going to show you guys the advantages of having a drop spot. Now, if you're someone like me, though, who cannot take that many fights, right? You find yourself fighting a decent amount, but you're losing a lot of fights, then off spawn is going to be your number one best friend. So we're gonna have a kid here. We are higher. We're gonna looking. He's gonna land over there. Now I might die here, but okay. We just traded. Okay. We're gonna play again. Our rank's protected. But yes, getting into that. Number one thing, and I might do some editing on this video. Your number one thing, okay? It's going to be 100% number one thing you want to do is take an off spawn fight. If you can't fight too well, you can't build, your best chances of getting a kill, if you are trying to get some kills, because getting kills sets you up great in a ranked match to get a lot of rank, like to get a lot of percentage. You want to take 50/50s off spawn. Now, if you can, my mic's going to get a little worse. I got to move it further away. If you can fight, you don't always want to do this because it is risky. Um, but here are my 3 tips to notice and decide whether or not you should take the fight. Okay, so our number one tip we're going to start with is going to be who has the better, or our number one like rule is, do you have the better drop, right? If you have the better drop, you don't want to veer off. You don't want to swerve off, because you have the better drop. I mean, it's simple. You have a higher chance of getting to the gun faster. The number 2 thing we want to look at is how well do you know the area? The reason you want to look at how well do you know the area is because if I swerve off, but I don't know where to go, I might put myself in a position where I only have my pickaxe out, or where I only have one gun or one thing. So you want to, like, one heals or whatever. So you want to kind of put yourself in a position where you're going has at least a chest, because I mean there you can get like a gun and a heal. Like, you don't want to be landing at spots that you're going to be like sitting in a bush with a pickaxe or getting 1 or 2 floor spawns. Like, that'll put you in a very precarious situation. So you want to do things smarter. And I get that fighting can be tough off spawn, but but if you follow these things, it should work. And the number three thing you want to realize is, do you have the weapon advantage? Now, obviously, you won't always directly know this, but let's say I'm dropping and somebody. Am I getting shot at the air? I'm not. They're fighting. Let's say somebody is dropping with me, right? If I see a shotgun right there on my left side, and I see an SMG on the right side, right? This is a big island, so the chances of, if I grab the shotgun, the chances of me, killing them is lower because it's a big island, and it's going to be difficult to fight them from long range. Now, for me, it's going to be simple, right? I like to get this loot, kind of look around. I want to make sure that there's no one necessarily like trying to come for me or fight me. Just do it to as smart as I can, try to be as smart as I can. That's what you want to do. Now, there's several ways you can play it. Some people from here would like to go more aggro. Now, I recommend not getting too aggro until you grab yourself a shotgun. This is just because it's a lot harder to go aggro without a shotgun. You're just going to be putting yourself in fights that you're not ready for. And the number two tip is, this is not even if you're going to W key. Ooh, mythic chest. This is just genuine. And smart tips for anybody. You always want to make sure you have enough mats, and you also always want to stay aware of your surroundings. Ooh, holy mackerel. I'm just getting super lucky. The reason you want to stay aware of your surroundings, first of all, let's touch on that, is simply because a lot of people in this game that can't fight are going to do something that I'm going to show you. I doubt we'll be able to do it to anybody because ranked matches die down fast. There's already 39 people, but people love to sneak and lurk. And lurking is essentially, right, if there's a build fight going on here, I'm going to go here, I'm going to crouch so they can't see me, hide behind something, and then boom, brrr, I'm going to spray them whenever I get in range or I have a good shot, or maybe they're standing still healing up. Um, a lot of people are going to do that. So you have to be very aware of your surroundings. Now, the reason why I love landing here is just because I can look around, right? There's not too much going on around this, but I can kind of look around. It's more of an open area. It has decent mats, I'd say. The air balloons. I know a lot of people are camping on top of those air balloons, so I don't like to get too close to the air balloons. Now here, we're just gonna go over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Move that there. I'm gonna carry this SMG. I mean, what you carry is just completely preference. Well, sometimes, unless you just can't find the weapon you want. But then you always also, this season, it's important to have a wingsuit on you, since that's the only like real mobility in rank this season. I would definitely recommend carrying a wingsuit. So, you always want to make sure you have mats, you always want to make sure you have ammo, you always want to be aware of your surroundings. That's a lot of the basics, right? Like, that covers a lot of bases. Your playstyle is going to differ. This video is more targeted towards people who don't want to, like, absolutely rush people, but they also want to learn how to play smart. Because smart fights is going to be, like, the number one thing you do, right? You don't want to take fights that are going to put you in a rougher situation, or a fight that you don't have an advantage on. Now, I know you hear this a lot, like, oh, you don't have an advantage, but a lot of people are wondering, and I was too, like, what is an advantaged fight? Let my voice rest. So essentially, an advantaged fight is going to be a fight in which you catch the enemy off guard. So, for example, if let's just pray nobody's in this bush so I can prove my point. Yeah, nobody's in here. If I'm camping in this bush, right? I think I just saw someone actually. We're gonna stay here so I can explain. So if I'm camping in this bush, right, and somebody comes up to me, they don't see me coming, I get the spray on them, and I let's say I do 80 damage to them. That means I have the advantage in the fight. Now, first of all, I had the advantage from the beginning because they didn't see me coming, right? The second reason is because I just did damage to them. So essentially, right, if I know I'm low on mats, you're never gonna know what your enemy's low on. But if I know that I'm low on mats, I'm not going to want to take the fight. Just because no matter what, I'm most likely not in an advantage. It's really difficult to like decipher and like actually decide whether or not you have the advantage or not. But pretty much take smart fights. You don't want to take a fight that the whole lobby is just gonna rush, or maybe you don't have enough heals. So, there's a kid here. See, like there, boom, he had the advantage. Way big advantage. We are gonna go up there. Oh no, we're going down on that? Oh geez. Okay. But anyways, yeah, I hope these tips helped. And let me know what else I should make a video on. Please subscribe if you like this, and maybe I do plan on doing like drop spots and just stuff like that. Um, like where should you land, all that. I'm gonna do some research into the map. I will do drop spots for like different types of players. I'll do three per. So just subscribe and like the video and just stay tuned in for that if you are interested. I'm also live on Twitch, Anorexic Panda. Y'all know it. But until next time, I will see you pandas later.